Hi guys, a short update in the price of Bitcoin. Well, as you can see, we are at $94,000. As I mentioned before, we had a pretty nice, pretty bullish setup so far, and Bitcoin looked pretty strong with respect to the general markets, to the high liquidity markets like equities, S&P 500, and so on. We did break through the resistance at $86,000. We tested and many times and broke through $88,500, and like every time we see the same kind of pattern before we had a new impulse to the upside, and that is something like that. So the green strong candle, and then like one or two, well, depending on the time frame, of course, but short and strong move to the upside, and then the ascending channel, another move, another ascending channel, another move, and another ascending channel. So that is the trend these days, at least within the last 2-3 days. But we've seen that in the last two and a half years. That was pretty much the signature for the bull trend. So I should point out that currently we're already kind of oversold locally. There is a major resistance over here. I mentioned before that we should have grew up to maybe $92,000, where the major resistance, like a start, the beginning of the resistance zone, and then we should have had a kind of pull back from there, maybe some kind of correction, maybe at least the consolidation within the narrow range, something like that. But we actually made already to 94. On the multiple facets, multiple aspects, we have the reasoning, we have the conditions for the corrections, which is overdue. All the indicators are at the point of the reversal from bullish to bearish. Not to mention, all the indicators, I'm saying, like Bollinger Bands as well, TDS, Tom DeMark sequential is at the 13th of for the 4 hours time frame. But I should say that this is even more important and more reasonable, more strong and kind of significant at the daily time frame, because it is normally with a lower time frame, even for 4 hours time frame, we can see the overreaction, we can see the being like oversold or overbought for extended amount of time. But here on the daily time frame, it's hard to be this kind of overextension, to have this overextension for a long time. So here we have the oscillators being at the total, like maximum overbought conditions, and the RSI is pretty high, and more importantly, the Bollinger Bands on the daily time frame, we actually closed above the gap, above the upper band, and we're still hanging above it, although it's like the day just started, but still it's pretty rare when we have it. Normally we should close below, if we close above, the next candle should be closed below the Bollinger Band. So I'm not saying it's necessarily that we'll do that, but the odds are like that. So all of that should have told us that somewhere from here we probably should see the correction. However, there is a caveat. And again, I'm not standing at any position, but I tend to think that we'll see the correction, but it's not like 90 to 10%. Maybe it's close to 50-50, because S&P 500, basically all the growth was Bitcoin was stronger than S&P before, and it was kind of a bullish sign. But now when we see the real bullishness on the S&P 500, maybe Bitcoin will be even stronger, until the point when there is a saturation of this growth. Yesterday S&P 500 closed 2.5% green, and now we have already for the pre-market 2%, and it doesn't seem like over, right? We're still continuing to go up, and if that is the beginning of the trend, maybe we'll see like a few more days at least with like a green price action, and that will definitely drag BTC even higher than that. It will be hard to hold that positions if we will go, let's say, to 100K or even higher, but at some point there should be a correction. But until then, we may see some kind of like a nice, or well, it depends what you call nice, like exhilaration of the growth for sure. Maybe you may refer to that as kind of exponential growth at this point. Very short, very high, very strong moves, but it's not sustainable long term, right? So every overbought condition should be compensated. Every oversold condition should be compensated. It's just statistics. 99.9% of time happens like that. It could be extended again. Could be extended quite a long time, but it's just a matter of time, right? So my point is that I'm starting to close my speculative longs here. I would just take safe, kind of safe side of the trend of the trade, and I'm getting half of my longs closed between 94,000 and $98,000 per BTC. Another half I will close somewhat after new all-time high. I'm not sure where, but depending on the situation. But currently, again, half of the longs I will close, and the rest of them I will just set the stop order at the point of the entry, whichever my entry was. I had like several positions, but I'm not, of course, not financial advice, not saying that you should do the same thing whatsoever, but this is my strategy, and I've been telling you that I look at this price action, like I looked at that price action as a bullish price action at a position of like a good entry for long term, for short term, and now I'm being cautious, right? I was greedy when everyone was fearful. Now I'm kind of cautious, not 100%, but I'm getting I'm starting to be cautious right now. All right, that is pretty much it. I hope that it makes sense. I hope that it's helpful, and you guys also have good mood, good profits from the price action which we finally have, which not only for BTC but altcoins as well. They kind of getting a little bit of traction. Not as much as BTC, of course, but mostly high capitalization altcoins, not for talking about the shitcoins whatsoever. But anyways, I hope that you're doing good on this bullish days, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will keep you updated probably next time on Friday, because I found that it's maybe too often to talk about everyday price action. Maybe it's just not much in terms of like what's happening with the price, with the charts for every day, but I will keep you updated, maybe at least in a text format. But if something very interesting, then of course I will keep you updated in video as well. Okay, drop me a message if you need, if you want to ask anything, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.